How to easy cook shumai. If shumai is your favorite dish at Japanese restaurants, there's no reason not to recreate them at home. These tasty dumplings are usually filled with ground shrimp and pork, so they're easy to make with a food processor and some store-bought wonton wrappers. For traditional shumai, you steam the dumplings in a bamboo steamer, but you can still prepare the dish quickly and easily, so there's no need to head to a restaurant when a craving hits. Preparing the filling. Ingredients: filling: 2 pounds 907 grams large shrimp, peeled and deveined. 1 pound 454 grams ground pork. 3 tablespoons 45 milliliters toasted sesame oil. 3 tablespoons 45 milliliters soy sauce. 1 tablespoon 8 grams cornstarch. 3 tablespoons 11 grams fresh ginger, peeled and grated. 5 cloves garlic, smashed. 4 green onions, chopped. 4 egg whites. 1 lemon, juiced. Kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. 4-ounce can, 115 grams, water chestnuts or bamboo shoots, minced. Combine all of the filling ingredients except the water chestnuts. Add 2 pounds 907 grams of large peeled and deveined shrimp, 1 pound 454 grams of ground pork, 3 tablespoons 45 milliliters of toasted sesame oil, 3 tablespoons 45 milliliters of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon 8 grams of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons 11 grams of fresh ginger that's been peeled and grated, 5 smashed cloves garlic, 4 chopped green onions, 4 egg whites, the juice from 1 lemon, and kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste in a food processor. Pulse the ingredients until they're smooth. You'll likely need to pulse the ingredients 3 to 5 times to get the right texture. It should be slightly chunky, not completely pureed. Transfer the mixture to a bowl and fold in the water chestnuts. Once the filling mixture is smooth, use a spatula to transfer it to a medium bowl. Add a 4-ounce 115 grams can of water chestnuts that have been minced to the bowl, and gently fold them in. Make a small patty with the filling to test the seasoning. When the water chestnuts are incorporated, use clean hands to form a small patty with the filling. You should use approximately 2 tablespoons 17 grams to make the patty. Heat 1 tablespoon 15 milliliters of canola oil in pan and add the patty. Place a small saute pan on the stove over medium-high heat. Allow the oil to heat for 3 to 5 minutes, and then place the patty made of the filling in the oil. Cook the patty until it's browned and drain on paper towel. With the patty in the oil, allow it to cook until it's browned on the first side, which should take 2 to 3 minutes. Flip the patty over, and cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes or until both sides are browned. Taste the patty to determine if the filling is seasoned properly. Once the patty is finished cooking, transfer it from the pan to a paper towel-lined plate to drain for a minute. Next, taste the patty to see if you like the filling's seasoning. If necessary, mix in some more salt and pepper. You can mix in more of any other seasonings that you feel are lacking as well. For example, you might add a little more ginger or garlic if you want those flavors to be stronger. If you decide to add more seasonings to the dumpling filling, it's a good idea to make a second patty for tasting to ensure you're happy with the flavors. Filling the wonton wrappers. Ingredients: wrappers. 10-ounce 284 grams package wonton wrappers. Napa cabbage leaves, for lining the steamer. Canola oil. Brush the edges of a wonton wrapper with water. For the shumai, you'll need a 10-ounce 284 grams package of wonton wrappers. Unwrap the wontons and cover them with a damp paper towel to keep them from drying out. Next, lift a wrapper from the pile and use a pastry brush to wet the edges with water. If you prefer, you can use a beaten egg to dampen the edges of the wonton wrappers. The egg is stickier, which can help the wrappers stay closed. However, it's easy to oversaturate the edges with egg so they don't stay closed as well. Using water typically offers more control. Form a cup with the wrapper in your hand. Make a circle with your thumb and forefinger and lay the wrapper on top. Press down gently so the dough forms a cup shape in your hand. Add some of the filling to the center and pat it down. Place 2 teaspoons 6 grams of the filling in the center of the wrapper. Use the back of the spoon to gently press down the filling. Squeeze the wrapper around the filling. If any of the wrapper's edges are overhanging, fold them up around the filling. Press the wrapper around the filling to ensure that it's secure, though the filling should be exposed at the top. Image titled Cook Shumai Step 11. Tap the top and bottom of the dumpling so it's flat. When the shumai is secure, tap the bottom of it against a plate, countertop, or other work surface to flatten it. Use the back of a spoon to flatten the top of the dumpling as well. If you like, you can add some frozen peas and/or carrots to the top of the shumai as a topping when you're finished shaping them. Repeat the process until all of the shumai are filled. After you've filled the first dumpling, set it down on a clean plate. Continue shaping and filling all of the dumplings until you've used up all of the wonton wrappers. Steaming the shumai. Line a bamboo steamer with cabbage leaves. To cook the shumai, you need a bamboo steamer. Lay several leaves of napa cabbage in the bottom of the steamer to line it. You can substitute lettuce for the cabbage if you prefer. 2 to 3 leaves is usually enough to line the steamer. If you don't have a bamboo steamer, you can substitute a metal steamer basket. In addition to lining it with the cabbage leaves, though, it's a good idea to mist it with baking spray first to ensure that none of the dumplings stick if there are any gaps in the leaves. Bring some water to a boil in a large pan. Add 1 to 2 inches (2.5 to 5 cm) of water to a large, wide pan. Place it on the stove over high heat, and allow the water to come to a boil, which should take about 3 to 5 minutes. Place the steamer over the pan and add the shumai. When the water has come to a boil, set the steamer over the pan. Use tongs to place the dumplings into the steamer, and cover the steamer with its lid. Make sure the water doesn't touch the bottom of the steamer. However, you may need to add more water to the pan as it evaporates during the steaming process. Depending on how large the steamer is, you may need to cook the shumai in batches. Steam the dumplings until they're cooked through. Once the shumai is in the steamer, reduce the heat to medium. Allow the dumplings to cook for 8 to 10 minutes or until they are cooked through. Serving the shumai. Ingredients: dipping sauce. 5 tablespoons 75 milliliters Asian chili paste. 10 tablespoons 150 milliliters light soy sauce. Makes 60 dumplings. Mix the chili paste and light soy sauce together. While the shumai is steaming, add 5 tablespoons 75 milliliters of Asian chili paste and 10 tablespoons 150 milliliters of light soy sauce to a small bowl. Stir together well so they are completely blended. You can substitute your favorite Asian dipping sauce if you prefer. Even plain soy sauce can work well. Use tongs to remove the shumai from the steamer. When the dumplings are cooked through, carefully remove the steamer from the pan. Use a pair of tongs to remove the shumai from the basket and transfer them to a serving platter or plate. Place the dipping sauce on the platter and serve the shumai while still hot. Once you've arranged the shumai on the platter, add the bowl of dipping sauce. Set the dumplings out to serve while they're still warm. Store any leftover shumai in an airtight container in the refrigerator. They should stay fresh for 3 to 4 days. Tips. Some shumai recipes include mushrooms in the filling. You can fold in 3 to 5 shiitake mushrooms that have been soaked and finely chopped with the water chestnuts if you like. Things you'll need: food processor, spatula, medium bowl, small saute pan, paper towel, plate, large, wide pan, bamboo steamer, tongs.